In this video, we are going to discuss about what is pancreas. Okay. What is pancreas? Pancreas is an example of composite gland. It is an example for composite. Composite abdina meaning enna, it is opposite to the word simple. Simple abdina edho oru part mattum irukku. Composite abdina it is comprised of so many parts. So here it is comprised of both the glands. One is exocrine, another one is endocrine. What is meaning of the word exocrine? Exocrine gland means it pours its secretions. Exocrine gland means it pours its secretions. Yes, it pours its secretions into blood. Exocrine glands are the glands which pours its secretions into duct. Okay, so it mixes the secretions inside the duct. If it is mixing the secretions in duct, it is called exocrine. Endocrine means it pours the secretions directly into blood. Yes, pours its secretions directly into blood. Okay, here we are going to discuss only the endocrine part of the pancreas. Okay, because this chapter is about hormones, so we are going to discuss about endocrine part. So in endocrine part of a pancreas, we have a part called islets of Langerhans. In each pancreas, we have only one pancreas. If you take one pancreas, about 1 to 2 million islets of Langerhans are present. What is million? 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. So how we can simplify this? We have around 10 to 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs of islets of Langerhans in pancreas. Now this islets of Langerhans, suppose if you consider this as a pancreas, if this out of this 100% of the pancreas, this endocrine part constitute only 1 to 2% in the total volume of the pancreas. This islets of Langerhans constitute only 1 to 2%. It's very less. In that 1 to 2%, we have some lakhs of islets of Langerhans. Now this islets of Langerhans contains 4 different types of cells. In case of your NCERT, they have given only first two. Okay, in NCERT they have given only alpha cells and beta cells. Why? Because these both are important. These both are important. The most important hormones secreted by the islets of Langerhans are insulin and glucagon. Okay, now you can see the 4 different types of cells. What are the 4 different types of cells? Alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells and pancreatic polypeptide cells. Okay, alpha cells secrete glucagon, beta cells secrete insulin, delta cell secretes somatostatin and pancreatic polypeptide secrete pancreatic polypeptide. This is an expected NEET question, but in case of examination, how to remember this? There is a trick to remember this. Listen the trick. Trick is AG bits for puppy. AG bits for puppy. AG is a person, one small boy, his name is AG. AG bits abdina one small puppy which is orphaned in a road. No one is there to take a small puppy. It's very pathetic. It may get into accident. It may die. One small boy called AG, he is coming and bidding. Bidding means he is saying some praise and he is taking that puppy to home. AG bits for puppy. Okay, the puppy is very cute. So many people are trying to take the puppy. So the bidding process means bidding na enna? What is bidding? Yelam vidradhu. Bidding na enna? Yelam vidradhu. Okay, so in that process, this AG is the small boy who is bidding the puppy and he is taking the puppy to home. This is the key to remember. Either memorize panti, either marandra kudad. Okay, AG bids for puppy. In that, A for alpha cells. Alpha cells secrete glucagon, beta cell secrete insulin, delta cell secrete somatostatin, pancreatic polypeptide cell secrete pancreatic polypeptides. Is that clear? This is the key to remember the hormones. Next, the major 2 hormones which are given in the NCERT we are going to discuss. One is glucagon, another one is insulin. First, we'll see that the basic differences between glucagon and insulin. Glucagon and insulin. First, both the hormones are peptide hormone. What is peptide? Any idea? What is peptide? What is peptide? Peptide means sequence of amino acids. Sequence of amino acids are called peptide. Both the hormones are what? Peptide hormones. Both the hormones are peptide hormones. Okay, now we are going to see the difference between both the hormones. First, if you check glucagon, the glucagon is a hormone which increases the blood sugar level. Okay, whenever your blood sugar level is low, if this hormone is in your blood circulation, this will increase the sugar level. How it increases the sugar level? By this two process. By this two process, it will increase the blood sugar level. The first process is glycogenolysis. Do you know the meaning of the word lysis? Do you know the meaning of the word lysis? Lysis means breakdown. Lysis means breakdown. Genesis means formation. Genesis means formation. Lysis means breakdown. Glycogenolysis, breakdown of glycogen. Breakdown of glycogen. When glycogen is broken into many parts, the glucose level will be increased in your blood. So, through the process of glycogenolysis, breakdown of glycogen. What is glycogen? Many glucose combine together to form glycogen. Glycogen is nothing but it's a cluster of glucose. It's a cluster of glucose. So, when you break glycogen, literally you are going to release the glucose in the bloodstream. Did you understand? Glycogen odcha break panna nama body la blood la glucose level enna agum? Increase agum. Why glycogenolysis is happening? Because of the hormone glucagon. Who is producing glucagon? Alpha cell or beta cell? Alpha cell. Ag. Alpha cells. Okay. So, second process is gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis. Genesis means formation. Neo means new. Neo means new. Gluco means glucose. So, here we can write the process is called formation of glucose. So, we can write here it is non-carbohydrate synthesis of glucose. What is gluconeogenesis? It's a synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate source. Okay, from the non-carbohydrate source, glucose will be produced. Glucose will be produced. More and more glucose will be produced not from the carbohydrate directly but indirectly. Indirectly means it is from proteins. It is from proteins. Now some amount of protein will be converted into glucose. So once again the glucose level in the blood will be increased. If you want example for gluconeogenesis, I am just doing here. You can see gluconeogenesis. One example for gluconeogenesis. So here gluconeogenesis means non-carbohydrate synthesis of glucose. So I am going to take a protein here. Protein. Okay. Protein nothing but it's an amino acid CNH2, COOH and H and R. This is the simplest amino acid. This is what? Simplest amino acid. Now you all know that this NH2 is very toxic. It will be released as ammonia. It will be released as ammonia. This ammonia will enter to the liver and it will be converted into urea. It will be converted into urea. That urea is filtered by kidney. Urea is filtered by kidney. Urea in the blood is filtered by kidney. That's why the filtrate is called urine. That's why filtrate is called urine. Whenever you eat more protein, more ammonia will be produced. More ammonia will leads to the production of more urea. More urea leads to release of urea in urine. Okay, did you understand? Next, The balance part, the rest of the part is converted into glucose. The rest of the part will be converted into glucose. Okay. This is called oxidative deamination. This is called oxidative deamination. Oxidative deamination of glucose. This is example for gluconeogenesis. So, in the hormone beginning we said that this hormone will increase the glucose level. So, I asked the question how it increases the glucose level through two processes. What are the two processes? One is glycogenolysis, by the breakdown of glycogen. Glycogen is a cluster of glucose. So, when you break glycogen, the glucose level will be increased in the blood. Second is synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, example protein. Once again the glucose level will be increased in the blood. So, it increases blood sugar level. Is that clear? The point is clear? As because it is increasing the blood sugar level, now we are calling the hormone as a hyperglycemic hormone. Hyperglycemic hormone. What is the meaning of the word hyperglycemic? Because hyper means high. Hyper means high. Glycemic means glucose. Glycemic means glucose. So, it is going to increase the glucose level in blood. Glucose level in blood. That is why this hormone is called hyperglycemic hormone. It also reduces the cellular uptake and utilization of glucose. If your cell wants to if your cell is using the glucose, then what happens to glucose level? Decreases. Very good. If your cell is using the glucose, then glucose level will decrease. If your cell is not at all using the glucose, then the glucose will remain in the circulation and the glucose level will increase. So, here the uptake and utilization is reduced so that the glucose will remain in the circulation. Did you understand? See here. If you are not understanding, I am showing one diagram. See, listen. So, this is bloodstream. For glucose, I am taking some green color. Okay. This is glucose. This is glucose. Okay, this is glucose. Suppose here I am drawing some cells. These are what? Cells. These are cells. If the cells are using the glucose, then what happens to the glucose level in blood? Cells are using the glucose. If the cells are using the glucose, then what happens to glucose level in the blood? Decreases. If cells are not using, increases. It remains in the blood. So, here you see, from this you see, this is blood and this is cell and this is glucose. So, now did you understand cellular uptake and utilization? If cells are using more and more glucose, then automatically the concentration here will decrease. But the glucagon, the hormone glucagon, you just check here, whether it increases or decreases the usage. See here, it decreases, it is reduced, Cellular uptake and utilization of glucose is reduced. So, as because it is reduced in the circulation, in the blood sugar level is high. Did you understand? Okay. Here you see, it's an opposite. These both are antagonistic hormone. Meaning this function is bit opposite for this hormone. Okay, now you can see here, this decreases blood sugar level. So, this is called hypoglycemic hormone. The word hypo means? Yes, low. Okay, glucose. Glycemic means glucose. So, in the blood, if you check, the glucose level will be very, very low. Why? Because this hormone helps in the cellular uptake and utilization of glucose. So, here from the bloodstream, your cells are going to use more and more glucose. If your cells are using more and more glucose, then the glucose level in the blood will be decreased. Yes or no? If your cells are using more glucose in the blood circulation, the level will be decreased. And how it is decreased? Because by the process called glycogenesis. by the process called glycogenesis. Genesis means formation. Genesis means formation. Glyco means glucose. Glycogen. It helps in the formation of glycogen. Formation of glycogen. What is that glycogen formation? For that you have to understand this one. Fat cells. It acts on liver cells and fat cells. What happens after suppose during your lunch break? Okay, during your lunch break, you are eating your lunch box because your mother will scold if you are not completing your lunch box. So, if you like or if you don't like, you are completing your lunch. But after eating your lunch, some instructions are given that you are going to get a free pizza. Whether you will say, no, I don't want, just now I ate lunch, so I don't want. Some good sweets, some good snacks items they are going to distribute after lunch. Whether you will hesitate to eat? No. You will eat everything. Now, okay, you are eating because you like that you are eating. But what happens inside your body? Inside your body, suppose if this is the blood, this is the blood circulation. Just I am taking red color. After lunch, see you remember, after lunch, already you loaded your blood with some glucose. Yes or no? This glucose came from your lunch box. Already in your blood, some glucose is there. Your mother knows how much energy you need. For that, she gave you some food. You ate and your blood is fully top up with glucose. Now, someone is offering you free snacks. So that what you did? You ate. If you leave means, if you don't want to eat means they won't give. If you eat only they will give. So you will eat. Now what will happen to your blood? The glucose level will increase. The glucose level will increase. So this is what more than needed. This is more than needed. What you need more than that you ate. Suppose you need 100 calories, you ate 1000 calories. More than what you need, you ate. Whether your body will leave that? Your body will try to convert the excess glucose into glycogen. What your body will do now? Excess, it will convert the excess, this fat cells, excess, it will convert excess glucose into glycogen. Excess glucose into glycogen. Glucose is called bundi. Glucose என்னது? பூந்தி. நிறைய பூந்தி இருக்கு. அதனால நம்மளோட இன்சுலின் என்ன பண்ணுது? பூந்தி எல்லாம் சேர்த்து பிடிச்சி லட்டா மாத்திருது. Did you understand? All the glucose are compared to bundi. Now bundi is made into laddu. Bundi is made into laddu. By which hormone? Which hormone? Insulin. By which hormone? Insulin. So insulin is the hormone which converts excess bundi into laddu. Okay, here it is glycogen. Here it is glycogen. So excess glucose. So now the bundi level in the blood will decrease. Why decreased? Because the excess bundi is there, your insulin converted that bundi into laddu. So what will happen? You will become like laddu. You will become like, yes or no? Fat cells will increase. Fat cells will increase. So first the fat will accumulate here, then back, then hip, then underarms, all fat will, if you are eating every day like that, one day if you eat, no problem. Every day if you are eating what is more than needed, then what will happen? You will become like laddu. You will become like laddu. Why? What is the reason? Excess glucose will be converted into glycogen. Okay, what is the use, ma'am? Why it should be converted into glycogen? Suppose one day you forgot your lunch box and no one is ready to share their lunch with you because you are a very big fighter. You are an angry bird. No one likes you in the class and you also don't want to share anyone's food. That day you are going to have a total fasting. You are not going to eat anything. Okay? In that case, your body what it will do? It will make laddu into once again bundi. Did you understand? That time it will help you. Okay, once upon a time you ate excess, right? That suppose daily if you are eating excess also, one day if you don't eat, that time the glycogen will be converted into glucose. Who is doing that? Now you can see here. Who is converting, who is breaking down glycogen? Glucagon. By breaking down glycogen, it will increase the glucose level in the blood. Did you understand both the hormones? Now you say, while you are eating, after eating the lunch, heavy lunch, which hormone will be there in your blood? After eating heavy lunch, insulin, because more bundis are added in your blood. So now insulin will come and make it as a bundis. During fasting, what is fasting? That is called fasting. During fasting, which hormone will be there in your blood circulation? Glucagon. Did you understand both the hormones? Okay. We'll stop here. Thank you.